All right, so here's a quick overview on Suite 33. Suite 33 is a modern, all in one business management application which is designed to help small and medium sized businesses streamline their daily operations. It provides a unified dashboard for managing sales, expenditures, payroll, managing your staff and departments, KPIs also, and you can generate AI insights on your sales and expenses. So let's get started. Once I go to my dashboard here, I am met with a dashboard that shows me my current yearly sales, which I can see here sales for the month of November, for the month of December, and I can see expenditures for the month of November. I can also see a card which shows me the total number of staff I have in my business and total number of items I have that is tracked. Then I can see payroll for total paid for this month. I've not paid my staff for this month, and I can see pending payroll how much have to pay this particular staff since I only have one member. So P&L summary shows me the P&L for our business, the current yearly P&L, and we can see our net P&L is 230,000 naira. We made a sale of 310,000 naira in November, expenditures of 100,000 naira, and in December, a sale of 20,000 naira. So I can go to sales page here and I can see on December, I can check the monthly, either the monthly or the yearly chart. Also, I can change the dates and change the view. 2024 is nothing, so I don't really have anything like that. I'm able to import as CSV or Excel. I'm also able to export as CSV or export as Excel. So if I export this yearly data now, so okay, I think I have to allow my page. So export as Excel, 25 sales. So we can see total number of sales. And if we look at our page, we can also see that the value tallies with what we have. So I'm able to add a sale. Let's see. Let me just say sale. Let's say 100,000 naira or something. Then today's dates. Let me pick Friday. Save, and then we can see sale comes up. And then I can go to expenditures. Expenditures use the same flow as sale, so it's just a similar workflow. While for inventory, I'm able to add an item. Let's say an item. Let's say I have a pair of. Let's say I sell shoes or something, or a particular shoe. Let me just call it shoes. Then quantity, I can say I have three or two or something. Then category, let's just say clothing. I can also select an existing category, but self-help does not really work in this manner. So, because even if I select dual categories, I will be met with an error that will tell me I have to select just a single category. So clothing, this will create the item and the new category. So as I can see, also shows once you have any product less than five, it shows up here on low stocking. I can view the current categories, self-help clothing, and I can look at my item here. I can also export as Excel or CSV, and I can also filter by categories. I can search for an item, which brings out that particular item, and everything is handled on the back end. The search, the pagination, everything is handled from the back end. I can delete a category, but when I try to delete a category, if a category is in use, you can't delete it until you remove the item in that category. So if I delete this item, I'm able to delete that particular category. So then you have organization. Organization, I'm able to create departments, invite staff, manage departments. I can see the number of departments I have. I can see the number of staff I have, and I can search for staff. If I search for any random value, it shows me that there is no staff. So, but John, I have only one staff, so it doesn't really do it. I can also move staff from one department. So I have one department, I can't really move him, but I can unassign him from that particular department. Then, if I change from all departments to another department, you can see John. If I go to that particular department, figure out that John is no longer there. Invite staff. Once I click on, I can invite the staff through their email, and optionally, I can invite them to their department. I can invite them as a staff or as an admin or as an assistant admin. Rather. When I go back, I can also promote from a staff to an admin. All right, so then you have payroll. So payroll works in this manner. As you can see, you have payroll for the month of October, November. If I click on November, you can see it has been locked. So I can't really make any changes until I unlock this batch. You can see John Doe has been paid for the month of November. If I go to December, so John Doe has also been paid for the month of December. If I go to January, I haven't locked that, but if I lock this batch now, I'm unable to make any changes here once that batch is locked. But then I can edit this unless I pay this particular staff. I can just edit it as paid. I can reduce his value up to maybe let's say, or I can increase it. Let's say it got a promotion to 500,000 or something, and then I pay that particular staff and I lock the batch. So basically, how a payroll works. Then you have KPIs. You have a KPI whereby you can add a KPI for a staff. You can select a staff join Doe metric, let's say sales counts, and metric to sales count description. I would just give it make 50 sales this month. Make 50 sales this month. Then target 50. Target is option number 50. Then in progress, and I can just save. So I've assigned this to John Doe. Then I can also assign to a department and add KPIs. Let me say tech. Let me just give it the same for just for speed so that 50 description I can just say make 50 sales. Then target should be 50, then maybe pending, it should be pending or something. And I can also save. So I can view by pending, I can view if it was completed. I can also like update it to okay. Let's say I update it, it's already in progress. I can update it. I'm able to delete, I'm able to view by departments. I'm also able to view by staff, but using by staff, it might not really be the best flow. But with department, it's easier to see, okay, I assigned this, what's wrong with this department? Why have they not done this particular job or task? So basically, that's 63. Also, I can generate insights based on KPIs that can generate insights based on sales, based on expenditures, as you would see from the features here. So this is a quick overview of sheet 3. Thank you.